And last we left our contestants, they were heading into the final 6. Now, there've been alliances throughout the whole show so far. Will they hold up? We'll have to find out.
All right, with Jessica's exit, we find ourselves at the final 6. So this would usually be where finale, the last episode of Survivor, would be airing. You get the family together, you're all watching it. And if you're tuned in on Schmoes of the North, thanks, you're checking out our finale. Our finale. Woo! This was a fun experiment. Hope you guys like it.
Would you venture to say that it is less of a Survivor series and more of an elimination chamber now?
Ooh, good point.
Ooh, something like that, yeah. All right. So, like I said earlier, we are going down, and people will continue to be added to the jury until the final 3. So, just quickly, we have 3 more people who have to get eliminated. Let's all just say who we think our final 3 are. I'll start. I think that I have to stick with Brendan Meyer. He was my day 1 pick. I picked him, and he is still here. I think Frank Janish has played we've called him the Boston Rob of this season, and I really think it's true. The man's the godfather. But my dark horse pick is Chandru, because I think he is leaving alliances, but until the last vote, no one's voting for Chandru. He's going in, he's making bonds, he's leaving, nobody cares. I think Chandru's the guy who will make you laugh at the final tribal council, and I think they're going to give it to him because they're going to be mad at whoever else he's sitting next to. So my final 3 are Brendan, Chandru, and Frank. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3. Right in order.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be Brandon, because, mine are Brendan, Frank, and Mark.
Huh?
A specific reason?
No, that's who my gut's telling me.
Good
See,
gut.
I was in a similar vein as Dave. I was leaning towards this left side of Brendan, Chandru, and Frank. But then I looked over and remembered that Tom has been pulling all of these random things out of his ass this whole time. So, for some reason, he can't be eliminated. Which is why I think it's going to come down to Brendan, Frank, and Tom.
Lou?
I'm actually going not completely contrary, but I actually think it's going to be Frank, Mark, and Tom. The best friends will preside, and Frank will find a way to get in top 3. I think Brendan's the next one going, but I really think the friendship will carry them to the final 3 from Mark and Tom.
Yeah. All right.
I really think, even though I didn't pick him, Tom Dagnino, he was on the wrong side of he voted for the wrong person. He was almost eliminated in the very first tribal council, and now he is the last manager standing. It's a great story if he gets there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's best friends with Mark. All right. Someone laughed because they knew what was going to happen. Frank Janish has found the hidden immunity idol.
There we go.
So there are only 2 chances left to play it. This one and the next tribal. After that, it's just a souvenir you can take home with you. Oh my. Frank is he's making a play for this end game.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, I kind of need to apologize to Frank because I didn't want to take him as one of my picks because there were so many corruption people to choose from. But I've been calling him a master strategist from the get-go, and really I should have had him all along.
That being said, that's interesting. Perry's back with Frank.
Well, Perry was...
They're high level too.
I think that makes sense. Perry formed an alliance with the best friends, and then they betrayed her. She thought Chandra was going home, and they voted out Becca. So she's like,
yeah, Frank voted with Perry for Chandru, so he's still showing her loyalty despite the alliance they had left.
Oh, wait a minute.
and that is actually the numbers on this alliance are the same still. Perry and Tom are both less loyal than Mark. I think Mark is really just trying to hold this together.
Wait, or Perry is the person we should have took for a final 3 because she might be playing 2 sides right now.
Maybe.
I think, it's interesting, and I think that's very indicative. None of us picked Perry to be even in the final 3, but if you look at all the alliances, Perry might be the most insulated person in this entire tribe.
And can you blame them? She's so nice, you know. You have to include her if she wants to join your team. But she's playing a sneaky game, man.
And also, like, are you gonna really, when the friendship is right there, are you really gonna vote out Perry? No, you're not. You're gonna vote out Tom or Mark. I'm not gonna revise because I don't do takesies backsies. But man, Perry. Oh, we have a reward challenge where randomly divided into 3 pairs, castaways are clipped to a rope and they must maneuver together through an obstacle course. And then they have to throw rings onto a target at the end. Randomly divided my ass. The best friends are on the team. Scroll down a little bit too far, but Brendan and Frank are together, and Chandru and Perry are together. Who do you think is going to be able to obstacle course the best, Daniel?
I am just going to pick Brendan and Frank because they are a combined, like, youngest of the whole teams. So I think that youthful, like, that youthful vigor that Brendan has, and the fact that Frank isn't that much older, will combine for some true athleticism.
All right, let's see if the young athleticism pays off.
And I think Frank votes him out.
We are consistently underrating these 2 players because Chandru and Perry have won immunity. Or not immunity, sorry. They won reward. So they're going to get to eat, and they're going to choose to share their overnight stay on a private island with a feast with Brendan Meyer.
What is the price?
Could we be looking at the biggest group right now is the original people from the players' tribe? Could they all get back together and say there's 3 of us? Also, Chandra and Perry, both people who have left alliances with Brendan.
Yes, I do worry about Perry spreading herself too thin at this point. Like, if you're trying to make alliances with absolutely everybody that's left in the final 6, you're the person they're voting out.
No, you know what? This comes from Survivor experience. You want to keep someone like Perry Nemiroff in the final 3 because no one's going to vote for her. She's spreading herself so thin that you're kind of like doing a 2-person final 3 if you know the person you're bringing, like Perry, is not going to get any votes because you keep giving promises that she can't keep.
Yeah, but I think the person that more fits that bill is Chandru.
Fair.
No, but Chandru left a couple of times, but he made bonds. He didn't make full-fledged all the time long alliances. Chandru like pops in, pops out, right? So,
Well, let's see if revitalized from the feast, one of these players can win immunity. The cockroach, as we may have to start calling him, Tom Dagnino, wins immunity and will be in the final 5.
So this is the
Wow.
first time he's won immunity, if I'm not mistaken.
It is the first time Tom Dagnino is not going to be afraid. Tom Dagnino has gotten a lot of votes this season. He's not going to get any votes tonight. Back at the cave. Reminder, Frank has the immunity idol. And maybe that's giving him a false sense of confidence because now it's a small fight with Mark Ellis.
Oh.
Soda, what are they fighting about?
Hoover over who the best player of the Chicago Bulls outside.
After 36 days on an island, that's what we need to be fighting about.
Damn right. They've lost their mind at this point.
That's fair. And maybe, he's got the idol and he thinks, I'm not getting voted out.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Chandru Dandapani has been medically evacuated due to an injury.
Did not expect that.
Oh, my gosh.
No one ever does.
Yeah.
What? Lou, the two of us have seen the most Survivor. Was it a machete accident or did he fall into the fire?
Flossing with a machete.
Wow. Okay. You can tell you East Coasters are tired since you all just.
You know what? Sorry.
I really think he. Yeah, I think he fell in the fire.
Fell into the fire. That's three things we know about Chandru from this season. He flosses, he leaves alliances, and he fell into the fire.
Officially, he fell in the fire, but he probably flossed with a machete and just cut it out.
Maybe.
So, Tribal Council.
This is interesting. Are we officially the final five, and this is the last time for Frank to use his immunity idol?
Yes, we gotta go through the motions. It's gonna tell us Chandru Dandapani is no longer in the game. Tribal Council has been canceled. So we're gonna have another round. So Tom Dagnino winning immunity actually means nothing because he didn't even get to go to the tribe and be immune. But yeah, we are now looking. I can't believe I just called him in my final three, and then he got medically evacuated. We are looking at our final five. Frank has the idol. This is the last chance to use it. I hope he does. And it could be anyone, honestly. This is a very open game because it's the coalition versus the friendship with Brendan Meyer in the middle.
I think it's Brendan Meyer. He just lost, even though they were the off and on couple. He just lost his biggest supporter. He voted with Brendan last time, so I think Brandon sadly is gonna just miss the boat.
Yeah, me too.
I think that would be a huge miscalculation. I think if you take out Brendan now, you go into the final four at 2-2. If you pick up Brendan now, you go into the final four 3-1.
Yeah, but they might do like with the All Stars and what's her name from first season goes with Boston Rob and Amber and gets screwed, right? So
yeah,
I don't think you want to push for Brendan right now if you're Frank Janish, because we know that Perry is just as allied with Ellis and Dagnino as she is with Frank himself.
That's true.
You want to vote Ellis because you just fought with him. He's going to be a tough person to not be chosen in the final three. He's baby carrots. and you go for Brendan next round.
Let's before any of that actually matters, let's check out. Someone's gonna win immunity still.
Oh yeah.
We gotta skip ahead. Tribal Council was canceled because of Chandru. We're gonna go back to the beach. Frank has the idol. And then these are our 3 alliances. And I don't think it's gonna be Perry or Tom. I do not think it's gonna be Perry or Tom. But
No, their votes are too useful right now.
yeah, I think it's gonna be, again, we gotta see who wins immunity, but I think
This is funny though, because you would think if Mark Ellis, Perry, and Tom Danilo would be a full group, they wouldn't be considered as alliance like one on top, right? So they seem to be like separate at the same time with Perry, and they seem to have like their own subplot on the
Yeah.
side.
Well, yeah, they're the 2 best friends that anybody could have.
what could be you know what? We'll see who wins immunity first, but let's remember, right now it looks bad for Frank or Brendan. If Brendan wins immunity, Frank plays his idol. It could be bad for anybody. This is very interesting now because Frank Janish has 1 immunity.
My boy. All right.
Yeah.
So Frank has 1 immunity, and he has an immunity idol. Oh, and he also, just for fun, gets to have a feast.
This
like
is where you vote out Mark.
I like this because you don't often see Perry or Tom get any share of the rewards. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it shows that Tom is planting seeds. Is it like not the second or third time he gets invited on a reward?
No, I don't think so because well, Tom was on the loved one's visit, and he was invited by Frank actually. So I think underreported. I think Tom and Frank might actually be really close.
the 2 masterminds behind the whole fucking thing.
All right, let's go back. Now that Frank is immune, he might be waving his immunity idol around, saying, "Who wants to be safe?"
Who's gonna vote for?
But
You give it to Tom if he's gonna leave Ellis and vote for him. If not, maybe you give it to Ellis and you vote out Brendan.
That would
Yeah.
be the dumbest idea, because if you do that, you just like showed you're not loyal to anyone, and he's not gonna get any votes. So the worst thing you can do is split up and betray his best friend.
yeah, I think you gotta go for. I don't even know. It's a tough one. I think you do have to go after. I think you gotta go after Mark or Tom here. But we get back to camp, reminding us Frank has the idol, but nothing else happens. I think it's a lot of one-on-one conversations with Frank.
You
Let's-
come to me on the day of the final vote.
He is the Chicago Frank.
Yeah, damn right.
I don't even like to. Oh my god, I'm gonna start doing a Russell Hantz impression.
He's
All
the
right.
becoming of Al Capone.
Okay, so just final 5. I think it's Mark Ellis. I think if you're Frank, I think the 2 best friends plus Perry are gonna vote for Brendan. I think Frank needs to play his idol on Brendan and vote for Mark Ellis.
I don't know, man. I think it's Dagnino.
I think you bring Dagnino to the end because it's the same thing. It's a 2 out of 3 final 3 if you have Tom Dagnino in it. This, like, the jury's not gonna pick Tom.
That's true. Sorry, Lou, go ahead.
I am so confused. For once, I'm gonna abstain to see who it is, because I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, last chance for Frank to use his idol. I hope he doesn't even need to. He can just take it home.
Yeah, but I think he uses it to secure a vote.
You may be correct, Daniel, because Frank Janish plays it for Perry Nemiroff. It's like, hey, I see you hanging out with the best friends. Remember when we were best friends? Let's be best friends again. Okay, so any votes against Perry Nemiroff will not count. Whew. Christian reads the votes.
Let's do this.
First vote. Brendan Meyer. We knew that was coming. Second vote. Tom Dagnino. Kind of figured that was coming. Third vote. Brendan Meyer.
Oh.
It's 2 votes Brendan, 1 vote Tom, 2 votes left. 1 more vote for Brendan will send him home. The 14th person voted out Survivor Schmoedown. It's Brendan Meyer. Brendan, that's enough.
All that Survivor love didn't help him out.
It got him to the final 5. I'm proud that there have only been 2 Canadians to ever play Survivor. Tom from season 20, from season 39, season 39, and Brendan now. Brendan easily the best Canadian to ever play Survivor.
Yep.
So we're very proud of him in the Great White North.
All right, we're pretty much at the end now.
We are at the end. There needs to be no reason to look at the votes. We know what happened. Everyone voted. I think Brendan thought what I said was going to happen. I think he thought, I'm going to vote for Tom, and I hope Frank uses his idol on me.
Yeah, like I said, without Chandru, there was no backup, right? Chandru couldn't involve into things, so yeah, it's logical.
Yeah.
I think I'm right. I think it's Janish, Mark, and Tom.
All right. Well, here's actually the interesting thing that happens now. So the final 4 works a little bit differently than all the other rounds. So the final 4 of Mark, Frank, Perry, and Tom will compete in an immunity challenge. The winner of that immunity challenge guarantees himself a spot in the final 3 and a chance to plead their case to the jury as to why they deserve $1 million. They then get to pick one person to sit next to them in the final 3. The other 2 people who do not get picked, there will not be a vote. They will be forced to have a fire making challenge where there is a rope suspended about 2 feet in the air, and you have to build a fire tall enough to burn that rope down. Usually, the person who wins the fire making challenge wins the season, but we'll see what happens. So at this point, alliances mean very little, and it's who do you think you can beat in the final 3. Mm-hmm. And all these people are in alliances together.
Ooh, 9 strength.
Oh my goodness. The 2 best friends are the bestest of best friends now.
But there's a 3rd alliance.
There's always been 3 alliances.
Yeah.
Touché.
Frank Janish plays his idol on Perry, and he's like, it's you and me. Final 2, you and me together.
Yeah, I get a feeling Perry's going to win the immunity challenge and she's going to pick Frank. I think that's what's going to happen.
And then Mark is still the most loyal to this. Is still the most loyal of these 3. If I'm Mark Ellis, I almost don't want to win this challenge because I don't want to piss off Tom or Perry. But that comes down to how confident are you in your ability to make fire. Let's see who wins. The immunity challenge, not the whole game. and going on a little bit of an immunity spree, Frankie Numbers has won immunity. Yeah, you gotta imagine he's gonna pick Perry. But here's the thing: does he think he can beat Perry in the end?
Yeah, I mean, they're very loyal to each other, but she also has alliance with them, right? So
Yeah. Do you?
I think he thinks he can beat Tom. I'm not sure between Perry and Mark Ellis which one is less likely to be voted by the
All right.
jury.
Well, we go back to the beach. Nothing is happening because it's all just Frank is sitting. The Chicago Frank is just sitting on a log. People come to talk to him. He's in his office. And we will see what happens at Tribal Council.
After these commercial breaks.
we're not going to pee again.
No, I'm just kidding.
Frank Janish has he votes to give immunity to Perry Nemiroff.
Yeah, it was obvious.
Yeah, that's his best friend. He was a 9 loyalty, and they have something we didn't talk about very much is not only were they in the Frank and Beans alliance, but they were also they had been together since they were on the loser tribe with Marisol McKee back on the swap. They've been together for most of this game.
That's right.
So now, Mark Ellis and Tom Dagnino will be forced to make fire against each other.
I got Mark.
You got Mark.
See, here's the thing: if Mark gets eliminated and goes to the jury, Mark,
I
don't
think Mark wins.
No, but if he gets voted up, because the thing, he likes Perry, right, more than Frank, but he is highly, I don't know, you know what, Perry I think has no chance. More I think about it, I think it's gonna be between Frank and whoever wins the fire.
And now listen, you know who's going to win this? It's going to be Tom Dagnino, because he's great at burning things down. Look at the exchange.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Too
kidding.
Chill.
I think that if Mark Ellis wins fire, he wins the game.
Okay.
If Tom Dagnino wins fire, I think Frank wins the game.
Okay.
So it's gonna. I don't know which one of these. Mark could tell a really snappy joke that makes the logs ignite, but Tom, he could burn it down. Let's see.
All right, it's time.
Mark Ellis wins the fire making challenge. Meaning the final member of our jury is Tom Dagnino.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck, now I'm torn.
We are now.
Like, let's put in perspective. Did Mark Ellis piss anyone off yet?
Nope.
I don't think so. And now we get a chance to look at the jury, who these people have all had a hand in voting out. Brendan Meyer, early on ally of Perry Nemiroff, never really saw eye to eye with Mark or Frank. Chandru, in an alliance at some point with everybody. Medically evacuated, but he has been cleared to return to cast a vote for the winner. Coy Jandrew,
They sold up his balls.
Coy, our robbed god, the most robbed player of the season, going home on that double idol play all the way back in the day. Jen Sturger, she was in an alliance with Mark for a very long time. Jessica was tight with both Frank and Perry. Rachel Cushing probably wants anybody to win except Frank, who she's hated since day one.
She did
Stacy,
kick Mark out of their coalition at one point. Let's not
That's
forget
true.
that.
Stacy, she was at one point loyal to Perry, but other than that, never saw eye to eye with these guys. And Tom Dagnino, you got to imagine he's going to vote for Mark Ellis.
You think?
So, best friends.
Oh, to win. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's reflect on how awesome this final three would be in real life.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also,
Honestly, it would be wild. Like Mark, the jokester character, and then the super nice Perry, and then like Frank can go so back and forth. Like he's such a respectable person, but he will also just like savage you for not no reason. You gotta deserve it first, but once he passes that point, it's no holds barred.
yeah, Soda, who do you think's gonna win this?
You know, Frank is such a smooth talker that I think it's him. But you know what? And also in that sense, Ellis is also even equally. Fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give this to Ellis because he's charming and he can win over anybody.
And he employs the entire jury. That helps.
True.
Lou, you switched to Frank halfway through. Do you think it's Frank?
Yep. Okay, I'll do it. Yep. I'm sticking to my guns. It's Frank.
Daniel,
Yep. Numbers.
I don't know why. Since I've been sitting here staring at this group, I think Frank. He's played a very out there game, but we keep making the Boston Rob comparisons. I think this is going to be like Boston Rob and All Stars, where he's pissed off too many people. I think he's pissed off too many people. Mark Ellis, like, let's be honest, really nice guy. He found Tom Dagnino on that swap tribe and said we're best friends, and then didn't do much. Perry Nemiroff has been scrapping since day one. I think it's Perry. I think Perry's got this.
Well,
But this is a random simulation, so who knows?
It's Chandru. Wait, what?
No,
Soda pick after all?
Sorry?
Who did Soda pick after all?
I said Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we do
it's-
have at least one person for each of them.
Yeah. So somebody's gonna be
So
correct.
either when I hit proceed, it will show me the winner, or it will show me vote by vote. It's different every season for some reason. Anyone want to change before I click?
Nope.
I really hope it's vote by vote, though.
Yeah, me too. And just to make sure I don't spoil anything, Soda, would you like to read the votes?
Yep. So the first vote goes to P. Nemi herself, Perry Nemiroff.
Okay.
So it's one vote for Perry. All right, who gets?
These votes are good now.
Yeah, one vote for Frank. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Next. Oh, one vote for Baby Carrot. So we're neck
I-
and neck at a piece.
So I should explain something, even though it does not seem like that's going to be the case. This is an 8-person jury. If for whatever reason it was like 3-3-2, the finalist who got the least amount of votes joins the jury and then casts the tie-breaking vote. Again, there's 8 people, and now 3 different people have gotten votes, so I don't think there's going to be a tie, just in case we get there.
Well, it
Alright.
can still end 3-3-2.
Anything's
Yeah.
possible. Or 4-4-1.
No,
Well,
because
no,
there
that's
aren't
too many
9
people.
people on
Okay.
the jury.
So the next vote is again for Perry Nemiroff. So it's 2 votes for Perry. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. A second vote for Frankie Numbers.
My boy wins it again.
Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it.
Oh my god!
Well, let's. Wow. Second vote for Mark Ellis. Marky Mark baby carrots.
So there are now.
2 votes left.
I'm glad I explained what might happen, because it might happen.
Okay, next. Perry has 3 votes now.
Okay.
So 3
Okay.
for Perry, 2 each for numbers, and Mark Ellis.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's do this. The
This
final
video-
vote.
Even I don't want
The winner
spoilers.
is
I'm
Perry
closing my eyes.
Perry Nemiroff, congratulations. If this doesn't make.
So
If
what
this
are you
doesn't.
going to do with your imaginary money prize?
It honestly. Make sure that the voters of the at the Schmoedown Awards see this, because if this is not an argument for why Perry Nemiroff deserves Comeback Player of the Year, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
I said it from a little while ago. I should have picked her for winning, to be honest, but she had her hand in 2 different alliances, and people liked her enough. She didn't piss anyone off that much. She
You can't
was a
help-
force,
you
man.
can't- You can't hear. Perry's just too lovable.
Perry. Now, I didn't get to see who voted for who.
All right.
Brendan Meyer for Perry. Nice.
Brendan, he was loyal to the SAS Guild till the end.
Mm.
Chandru, for whatever reason, he's voting for Mark Ellis. They never really had much of a relationship. Coy, despite being screwed, he is going to vote for back with the amount of Frank puns, the West Coast Frank Alliance, and vote for Frank to win the game.
The Franklin Exchange.
Oh my god. It was Jessica betraying him. Sorry, we're a little
It was
Jessica, how could you?
for the first time in what seems like all season, these 3 women got on the same page, Jen, Jessica, and Rachel, and they all said Perry has played a not a dominant, but she's played a very out in front game. She was in a lot of alliances, and we got to respect that.
The last time these 3 women agreed on something was that they all didn't like Dagnino, and that was like the first episode when there was a 5-person like announcer coalition or alliance, and Tom was the only one on the outs.
Brad, but yeah.
Stacy for Brad. Nice.
Stacy for Frank, but yeah.
Yeah.
Stacy, yeah. Stacy, she did not forgive Perry for leaving the Sassy Guild. And like I said, Tom Dagnino, he's voting for his best friend Mark Ellis.
I'm surprised he didn't get more votes than that, though.
Hey, he got 2.
Mm.
And the fan favorite, should say the Sia favorite, is Coy Andrew.
Yeah.
Screwed out of everything, but he, you know what, he deserves it. He gets that money from Sia.
Hey, he was nice to Tom once when no one else would be, and he turned Tom's fortunes for the rest of the season. And so I do understand why he won the fan favorite.
Perry Nemiroff is our winner.
What happens during the reunion? Is there one?
I think I saw it at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about the stats too.
Well, we can look at the stats off air. But let's just take a quick look back at the season. Who can forget the very first vote? Kate Mulligan in that crazy 2-2-2 vote.
That
Brad-
Rachel. Oof.
Brad Gilmore being bullied out of the announcers tribe. Chandler's,
Rachel's probably had the worst one, 7-1.
yeah,
Wow,
that was rough.
You called it. She was the villain of the season.
Yeah.
Oddly
I
enough.
mean, a 7-1 vote sounds bad, but I do think that if you look at like Marisol's vote, which is 5-4-2, it's much worse to lose a close vote than it is to lose one where everyone's voting you off.
Yeah. We gotta say though, I think we were all wrong. We said Rachel was the villain of the season. I think it was Frank. I think we sided with Rachel we sided with Frank because we wanted to believe, because Rachel seemed like she was out in front. But Frank, man, this is the story. This was man, look at these. Look at Corey getting screwed there by those. You can see the red dots, meaning those votes got canceled. Oh.
All right. Look, this was an amazing journey. Thank you very much for all the people who watch all the videos. We really appreciate, by the way, getting to over 100 subscribers. We're right now, as we tape, 104, and we're aiming for another 200. Look, if you enjoy this, we're having a lot more powwows of what we can do with Schmoedown competitors in something special like this. So let us know what interests you. Let us know if you want to see more SCHMOEVIVOR series or whatever you want. We'll do it for you guys, except for kill someone. But yeah, we really, really appreciate it. And look, again, I want to deeply say thank you to Dave, Dan, and Soda. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And we're a team, and I can't believe we still haven't fought yet. This is awesome.
Yeah, right.
This has been smooth sailing in a very, we had to work a lot for it, but I really found my Schmoedown family. We're all Canadian in that family, and I love it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a brotherhood. It's what we are now.
Yeah,
it is. And like we said, if you liked what you saw here, Survivor is not the only thing that we have access to stimulate. You want to see a Big Brother season? We know people like Kevin Smets, Rachel Cushing, and Roxy Stryer are Big Brother fans. We'll do that as long as you guys are watching. We'll do it. The Hunger Games Survivor series. Or not Survivor, the Hunger Games with Schmoedown competitors. We can do that, maybe. We've tried. Well, maybe. So let us know what you want to see, and like these guys said, man, this was a great time, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
And I mean, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be any of these games. Hell, you could ask us to have special for 200 subscribers to talk about something else that's I mean, it could be anything. Just whatever you guys want, we're open to.
I have an itch on my right ball.
All right. Wow.
I
was just gonna jump in quickly.
Speaking of right nut, no, I'm kidding.
Lou ruined everything.
I'm so tired.
Wrap it up.
I just wanted to add that, this has been so much fun. I cannot thank Lou enough for just dragging us all together. It was about a year ago, 2 weeks from now, because our first episodes might have come out in January, but we definitely were starting our Facebook page, and we were talking about all of our plans, and it's all come out of Lou just wanting to find some fellow Canucks that love the Schmoedown and want to support it, and without these three guys, I'd have nobody to talk about this show with, because none of my friends care. But you guys do, and that's what matters.
I'm 100% of the same boat as Daniel. None of my friends, I've introduced them to it, and they said, "Oh, it's cool," but none of them really got into it. So yes, it's very nice to sit here and talk with you guys. And yeah, it's weird. It's been a year. I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it's been longer, because I just remember when we were discussing what we're going to do a show. I was at this time last year. I was actually getting ready to go on stage for a play, and it seems like a lifetime ago.
It seems like a lifetime, yet we've made so much progression. And what still amazes me is we're making connections. We're talking to people what we've been watching on YouTube for so long now, and we got to talk to Janine to.
On go.
And it wouldn't be a Schmoes North special event if we didn't crash again. All right, so as I was saying, I'm really blessed to have the possibility to talk to people from the thing we watch so much. For a lot of people, these people are nothing, right? They're not nothing, but they're not like A-list celebrities. But they mean so much to us because they ignited a passion in us. So having the possibility just to connect with them, and some I'm starting to call kind of my friends. I mean, I'm talking left or right for some certain one of them. I've been sharing certain personal life things with them, and if they would have told me that a couple of years back that you're gonna start forming connections with competitors and also with people who love Schmoedown, like Dan and Soda said, I don't have anyone else. I don't have anyone else but my girlfriend. She tolerates it. So just finding these connections that unite us together means the world to me.
100%. I mean, and a lot has changed in the last year. Like, I mean, we're all doing this thing now. Lou's had a kid. Dave's gone into a bigger house. Daniel's hair grew longer.
Well, I mean, it's been doing that for 8 to 10 years now, so.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, it's been a special time. And you know what, guys? Here's to hopefully many more years.
Yeah.
All right. Look, again, thank you very much. If you watch the whole thing or you're just watching it for the first time, please subscribe, please like, share to anyone you can. We really again appreciate it. And look, again, we all love the Schmoedown and we love you.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Amen.